So I met with Natalie. She's a 28-year-old mother of three, and she's staying right now at the Stay Plus Inn here in Florida. Let's hear what she has to say about her current struggle. Why don't you tell me your name?
My name is Natalie. I'm 28 years old.
Okay.
And have 3 kids. I'm currently at the Stay Plus Inn in Haines City. It's a low-income based facility that help people who don't necessarily have a place to go, and they help us with a place.
You mentioned you have 3 children?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your situation prior to you coming here and how long you've been here so far?
Prior to coming here, I was living with their Nana, so she's called. It's my husband's mother, and she lives in Lakeland. She's not necessarily in a good situation either. And it turns out, I guess, she got tired of me living there, so she basically kicked me and my 3 children out. And I kept looking for a place to live. I applied for the Section 8 and all the places that are supposed to help you find a place to live, but I was knocking on doors that were closed until I found this place. And Sean, which is the manager here, helped me and said, you know, I can do it based off of what you make, and I currently have a job. And so he offered to put me in a place, and that's what brought me here. Because right now, the reason I'm in this situation is because their father has been going through a rough time with getting off track, and he's currently in a rehab facility in Orlando. So while he's going through that, I kind of have to rough it out until then. He's supposed to be out in January, so hopefully everything will go good from there.
Do you feel when he gets out you're going to get the support that you and your children need in regards to housing?
Hopefully, because there they make you get a job and get a place and all that, where he's currently at. So he'll have all that taken care of. But for right now, I kind of have to do everything myself.
How old are your children?
9, 7, and 6.
What kind of support would help you in this type of situation? I mean, you're here with 3 children, and you're alone by yourself. It must be difficult. You said that you reached out to some agencies, and you're here now and you're getting help, but it looks like you could use more help. What would be most helpful in your situation right now?
Most helpful would be a place that would help, like maybe help single moms get on their feet, like maybe first month's rent or something, or to help with rental assistance. They have places like that, but they don't have any funds right now. Like they're all out, like Section 8 and all those different counties that they have that in, the funds are low. So anything like that to help would help. Like maybe housing a family until they could, you know, start making the payments. Because it's hard to save money when you're in a place, when you have a car payment to make, insurance, and making the payments here to live here, paying for food. I mean, you have to pay for all that, so it's hard to save up like a deposit for a place.
Now you mentioned you work,
yes,
right?
I do.
Okay, so it's not like you're just sitting around and, you know, you're not doing anything. You're an active person that's actively seeking help, and you're working, and for some reason you just can't make ends meet.
Right.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the stereotype at times that are portrayed against, you know, homelessness and homeless families that just really need help? How do you feel about that?
I believe sometimes that stereotype is wrong, because I believe there's a story behind each of those situations, and I don't think anyone wants to be that way. I think that hard things happen in those situations, and they just don't have that leg to get back up. They don't have that extra hand, that extra foot to help them up, and so they stay down. and usually they don't get the help they need, and they end up falling through the cracks is what happens. I don't think that that stereotype of, you know, people want to be homeless or they don't want to help themselves, I don't believe that's necessarily all the time true.
You think that there's other people similar to you right now going through it?
Yes.
Have you met several yourself at all?
Yeah, I've met some of the people that are here, and they kind of have the same situation where they're not able to save that money to be able to move into a place, and they don't have any help, and they don't make enough money to get themselves out of this situation.
Well, you sure seem like you're a fighter, and you're going as hard as you can. You have your children here with you, and it doesn't seem like you're giving up anytime soon. You know, I want to thank you for your time, and also I want you to, you know, just tell people what it is that you would like.
I guess in a way of where I never saw myself being in this situation, but things happen, and when you try to keep, I've been married for 10 years, and when you try to keep your relationship together, sometimes you make sacrifices, and I tried to make it work for a long time, and I guess I'm just, this is kind of the last go round for me, because I have family that would help me in a different state and everything, but I choose to stay here because of their father, and I guess I'm just trying to keep working and everything. And from other people, it'd be nice to, you know, I guess to not be judged and to understand that not everybody gets things handed to them. Some people have to work for what they have, and sometimes maybe that's just for the next meal, or maybe that's just for a Christmas present. But some people, you know, have to actually work for what they have, and they don't get stuff handed to them, and they don't grow up in a family where they don't know what it's like not to know where the next meal is coming from, or, you know, it just to have some understanding from other people and not to be looked down upon. Sometimes just a smile to someone, or to say, you know, I hope you have a good day, or keep doing what you're doing a good job, is enough. Even if it's not money, or even if it's not giving them anything, just saying, hang in there, or I know where you're coming from, or just a nice word. Sometimes that helps too.
Thank you for your story. I appreciate your time, and you're doing a great job. Keep it up. You're doing really, really great. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now that you've met Natalie and heard her story, I had the pleasure of meeting with her 3 children as well. Please help and donate. Please make a pledge to this campaign.